Cracks in the armour of KZN GPU government. In Durban, the first signs of cracks in the armour of the Government of Provincial Unity GPU bloc in KwaZulu-Natal have started to appear and could collapse the power deal. This comes after the IFP elected its mayor of the Zululand District Municipality, Michael Khumalo, instead of giving way to NFP leader Ivan Bernice to lead the northern municipality in line with the power deal of the GNU. Before Khumalo's election, Bernice was punted as next in line to be the mayor of Zululand District Municipality after he was deployed as a councillor in the same municipality. The Daily News understands that the part of the behind-the-scenes deal-making of the Government of National Unity GNU was for the NFP, a kingmaker with its single seat in KZN, to support the IFP's Thami Ntuli to be the premier of the province of KZN in return for the control of Zululand District Municipality. However, it appears the IFP did not keep its end of the deal and now could reignite the animosity between itself and its old four-turned ally, the NFP. Khumalo replaces Reverend Ntuli, who is now the MEC for Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs COGTA, and also the Prime Minister of the Zulu monarch. In a statement, Khumalo said, "I express my deepest gratitude to the Council for entrusting me with this responsibility. I pledge to uphold the dignity of all parties and foster harmony within the district. I will ensure that we prioritize providing water to the people of Zululand as this is our core mandate." He is elected anonymously at a council meeting on Thursday, and he is the EXCO member in the Council of former Speaker of Abaqulusi local municipality. Before Khumalo's elections as mayor, the NFP issued a scathing letter to IFP Secretary General Siposetu Ngcobo, accusing the IFP of meddling in its affairs and playing cheap and rough politics. The IFP is tampering with the NFP issues and processes, and we feel that affects the GPU, Government of Provincial Unity, as it stands if it is not resolved, read the letter. The letter dated June 26th added, "We feel that the IFP is hostile and playing cheap politics and rough politics at the expense of the organization." According to the letter, the NFP said it agreed on principles with the IFP not to meddle in each other's political affairs. While the future of the GPU hangs in the balance, it remains to be seen whether the NFP will ditch the grouping. If it does, this would collapse the provincial government barely a week after his formation. The May 29th election did not lead to an outright winner nationally or in Gauteng and KZN. With the help of NFP, the IFP, ANC and the DA coalition was able to form a government with a collective 41 seats in the 80-member legislature. The Jacob Zuma-led Umkhonto weSizwe Party, MKP, was shut outside to provincial government despite having the most votes, which resulted in 37 seats in the provincial legislature. The other parties not part of the power deal is Julius Malema EFF, which has 2 seats. If the NFP were able to gain control of Zululand District Municipality, it would have been for the second time at the helm of the northern municipality. The first stint was when the NFP won the municipality from IFP in 2011, and the late founder, Zanele Kamagwasa Msipi, took over as mayor. However, the NFP lost the municipality in 2016 after it failed to take part in the 2016 local government elections. Meanwhile, there was mounting anxiety in SA ahead of President Cyril Ramaphosa's cabinet announcing because of a public spat between the Government of National Unity (GNU) parties that include its leader organizations, the ANC and the DA. Letters circulated on Thursday confirming that the deal of jostling for cabinet posts among the two parties has kept the party on autopilot without a government, while it remains to be seen if Ramaphosa will give it to the DA's demand. Additional reporting by Masudu Sadiq. Reverend Musa Zondi announces new entities and leadership in KZN. The MEC for Economic Development, Tourism and Environmental Affairs, Reverend Musa Zondi, on Wednesday announced new entities and leadership following recent mergers in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. In a statement, Zondi said this strategic initiative aims to streamline operations, enhance service delivery, eliminate duplications, and create efficiencies within his department. As part of national program to rationalize public entities, 4 public entities have been merged into 2 new entities. This move is expected to improve the delivery of service in a cost-effective manner and foster economic growth within the province. The legislative framework of these changes, as approved by the legislature in the 6th administration and published in the Government Gazette on May 24th, read the MEC's statement. The KwaZulu-Natal Economic Regulatory Authority was formed through the merger of the KZN Liquor Authority and KZN Gaming and Betting Board. It will regulate and empower the gambling and liquor industries in KwaZulu-Natal. The first entity chairperson is Mbali Mnyeni, with the interim CEO being Poshia Baloyi. The KwaZulu-Natal Tourism and the Film Authority, the second, came about a result of merger between KZN Tourism and the KZN Film Commission. According to the MEC statement, this will allow marketing and promoting tourism and video industries in a way that's beneficial to them both. The entity will focus on marketing and promoting the tourism and audio-visual industries, facilitating sector development, creating sustainable growth and jobs opportunities, and addressing historical imbalances in infrastructure, skills, and resource distribution. The entity's interim CEO is Sibusiso Gumbi, and the chairperson is Professor Thandi Mzana. The department further announces that the KwaZulu-Natal Growth Fund Agency was merged but underwent charges to bring the Funding Agencies Act to an approved listing under the Public Finance Management Act (PFMA). Its aim is to support sustainable growth by financing private sector projects in order to drive economic success, stimulate job creation, provide broad-based black economic empowerment, and reduce inequality. Dr. Cassius Lubisi is chairing this entity and the interim CEO, Tsidi Ikaneng. The Moses Kotane Research Institute has also been approved for PFMA listing and will conduct economic research, promoting innovations while coordinating training and development interventions tailored to the needs of the provincial economy. The entity's acting CEO is Advocate Tembeli Mapipa, the chairperson being Tinta Bane, and current CEO Dr. Tandeka Ellenson. These appointments mark a significant step in the establishment and operationalization of these entities aimed at fostering economic growth, regulatory oversight, research advancement, and tourism development within KwaZulu-Natal. Each appointee brings a wealth of expertise and leadership, positioning these entities for success in their respective fields. We look forward to their strategic guidance and contributions as we embark on this journey of growth and prosperity, said Zondi. The ANC concluded by extending his congratulations to the newly appointed board chairpersons and CEOs and said he anticipates that their leadership will guide these merged entities towards greater success and sustainability. DA jeopardizes formation of unified government, said Ramaphosa. The formation of the Government of National Unity GNU appeared to have hit a brick wall last night and was on the verge of collapse as the DA and ANC remained divided over cabinet positions. President Cyril Ramaphosa, in a letter to DA leader John Steenhuisen, accused the party of being a chameleon in the GNU negotiations and jeopardizing the formation of an unified government. The DA has initially demanded 12 ministerial positions, including that of deputy president. However, the ANC resolved to give the DA 6 ministerial portfolios. This decision was also communicated through a letter. The portfolios offered include the Home Affairs, Basic Education, Trade, Industry and Competition, DTIC, Public Workers and Infrastructure, Communications and Digital Technologies, and Forestry, Fisheries and Environment. However, Steenhuisen wrote to Ramaphosa stating that 6 posts were insufficient. He requested 2 additional portfolios. In addition to the 6 existing cabinet portfolios, he suggested that the portfolios of sports, art and culture, agriculture, rural development and land reform, or public service and administration be allocated to the DA. In his letter to Steenhuisen, Ramaphosa accused the DA of shifting the goalposts with their constantly changing demands. I regard your approach in the moving goalposts as a continuation of what was articulated in your federal chair's letter on 22 June 2024 as issues such as sealed mandates of ministries through which the DA seemed to want to set a parallel government that would operate outside the framework and perimeters of the constitution-based method and protocol of running the government of the Republic of South Africa, he said. In an interview with the Cape Times, University of Northwest political analyst Professor Andre Duvenage said there was a lot for Ramaphosa to lose in the process. A vulnerable Ramaphosa is not going to keep up. The first scenario is for the DA and ANC and another parties like the IFP finding each other and forming a GNU with majority support. I don't think all parties will stay on board throughout the whole course, he said. Duvenage said the second scenario was for the DA to walk out of the GNU, forcing the ANC to run a minority government with smaller parties. It has 2 implications in that it may lose Gauteng and the limited control of KwaZulu-Natal. Gauteng is extremely problematic if the DA gets out of the GNU. The third option was jumping to a left-leaning party in an attempt to get support to replace the DA. The most likely candidate is the EFF. I don't see the MK party in that framework as they go for the head of Ramaphosa. The fourth scenario was a combination of factors that would create instability to the government and head for another set of elections. Duvenage said there could be a real chance of pressure within the ANC and its alliance partners and the League on Ramaphosa. He noted that the SACP and COSATU had felt that the ANC took wrong decision in entering into agreement with the DA when there were no other options. It is possible that there can be so much pressure on Ramaphosa. If he cannot accommodate the DA, but brings him to the left. If we are to have a minority government, it will be only for a time. I don't see it bringing stability, Durban said. And that's it from Injibs Network. Stay tuned to our celebrity and gossip news.